I'm Neil Brannigan. I'm a hill walker slash mountaineer. The reason I love hill walking is because you're always out in nature. You're in such vast, expansive places in amongst these huge mountains that you're going to go up and climb. It really feels like an achievement. The way I got started into hill walking at such a young age was mostly because of my parents, who are hill walkers themselves. It is something that's usually passed down from generation to generation inside families. Obviously, you need someone to go with you on the hills, and having a parent there is ideal. The first Munro I did was in Cairngorms. It was the Cairnwell when I was 5 years old. That wasn't the first time I was hill walking. The first time I was hill walking was in the Ochil Hills when I was about 3 years old.
Living at the bottom of the Ochil Hills, obviously I've been climbing them for many years, and I would say I have a couple of favourites, namely Andrew Gannell, which is the third highest Ochil Hill and presents a good challenge for anyone who wants to climb. So hill walking and mountaineering are, in some ways, they are very dangerous, especially if you don't really know what you're doing when you go out. If you are more experienced, then you can have a lot of fun in the hills, but there's obviously been a lot of call-outs to mountain rescue over the last few weeks, especially in winter. It's incredibly dangerous. I have been in some situations where navigation and things have really saved me from being in some serious situations.
The most dangerous situation I've been in was this winter on the Ring of Steel in the Moors, which is near Fort William. The ridge itself is not that long, but it is quite narrow, and you traverse underneath it, and halfway along there was quite a few cornices, which basically are large build-ups of snow, and one of them fell as I was crossing the ridge right on top of me, and it hit me right on the head. Unfortunately, I didn't have a helmet on, which was my fault. Luckily, I did manage to fall in the right way and didn't fall off the side of the ridge. Well, my biggest regret didn't really come in hill walking, it was more in long distance hiking. So last summer I was doing the West Highland Way with a friend, and unfortunately, just due to the weather and circumstances out of our control, we couldn't continue, which was a real shame because you put a lot of effort into doing these things, and sometimes you have to draw the line where you know you're not going to get there, and that was quite hard to accept, but it does help you learn where to draw that line.
So Tillicoochee Glen used to be quite a iconic area in the community, but unfortunately for a long period of time it was shut down because of landslides in the area. Thankfully they've managed to clear all that up, and now it's a great place for people to come and walk on. So hill walking in Scotland has become a massive sport. It wasn't as big when I started, it was kind of getting there, but now it's really like a major sport. Whenever you go up a hill, the car parks are always packed, the hills are always full of people, and that's in some ways good because it's great to see so many people enjoying the mountains, but also we have to be careful about how we conserve the hills, how we keep them clean, because a lot of people aren't very respectful of the environment. But I do think it's a good thing generally that more people are enjoying Scotland's outdoor places.
Well, I think my greatest achievement is probably come in recent years is some of the more extreme hill walking that I've been doing in the mountaineering. So last summer I did the South Glenshiel Ridge, which was 7 Munros, took the whole day from dawn till dusk. I'm looking abroad to go and do some of the Alps. We did plan on doing the Aiguille de Jontière in Chamonix and possibly Mont Blanc. If finances allow, obviously. In Scotland there's still so much more to do though, there's so many more routes further up north. Scotland still has so much to offer. It's such a vast country, you don't really realise it. And in winter there's so many special routes, especially in Skye, that you can really be challenged by.